let's get more on the Virgin Group buying Northern Rock. Sir Richard Branson's company has paid £747 million for the Newcastle-based bank, which will now be rebranded as Virgin Money. So what does it mean for Branson's empire to have this new string to its bow? We can talk to Claire Nuttall. She's a branding expert at 1HQ Brand Agency, and she's with us in the studio. Thanks very much for coming in. Hi there. What do you make of it? He's wanted to get this as part of his empire for some time. Why do you think he's so keen to have it?
I think it's a really brilliant move for him. I think from a consumer perspective, which we deal a lot with, he's an iconic man in himself and somebody that consumers really believe in. The banking industry has been through quite a lot recently and it's lost a lot of trust. I think people genuinely trust Richard Branson and it will be a positive move for them. So.
It was very interesting actually seeing the vox pops of people in the area talking about their perspective on this and the fact it's Richard Branson, and it did seem to be the things that we saw anyway. Seemed to be pretty happy about it because, as you say, the Virgin brand.
Yeah, the Virgin brand counts for so much, and whenever we're doing work with consumers, sitting face to face with them, we say, who's going to transform? You're going to transform an industry, you're going to change a category and revolutionise it. Imagine that you were Virgin, what would you do? How would you go about it? So Virgin as a brand is one that's expected to actually do great things and transform businesses. So I think given how much change is required to regain that trust and honesty and transparency that's missing from the banking world, I think it'll be fantastic for consumers. It's going to.
Oh, and why do you think it is that the brand is so strong? I'm trying to think if there's been a Virgin failure anywhere down the line. I mean, it doesn't always go completely right for him, does it?
No, it doesn't. No, it's quite funny you say that. I think it's one of those brands that, because it's a brand of the people, and it seems to be working towards what consumers are looking for, what real people out there with working real lives are looking for. I think people trust it. So I think it's given the benefit of the doubt. If you've got trust and integrity, I think you will always be given the benefit of the doubt by consumers. So for that reason, you can go on and do other things, but at least you've tried. You don't have to be perfect at everything, which is really good for them.
And does that kind of come because of the fact that Richard Branson is a very visible person at the heart of it? Because, I mean, you say it's a brand of the people, it's still a company, it's still there to make money. That's the bottom line.
Well, I think he's the face of the brand, and he's the icon that sort of people put their trust in him as the icon, and I think he's very lucky to have strong teams behind him actually delivering that. And I think part of it will be a lot of brands, particularly the banks, have been extremely transactional. You walk into a bank, you get exactly what you're expecting, and I think what Virgin does extremely well is it does experiences. It's not a transaction. Every interaction with a Virgin brand of some kind, whichever one it is, whichever industry it's working in, you get much more. The UK is not a service culture. It hasn't got a really strong service culture, and I think the service and that one-on-one experience, that personal attention to detail, is going to be so critical for Richard. So I think I really wish them huge luck in terms of, I think they'll get it right.
Be interesting to see if they do. We'll watch what happens. Claire Nuttall, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Let's return those